the Salvadorian community in Venice, and this particular family started off in a little small table on the beach, and now they have two stores. So her family's grown a great deal, as far as working a hard-working family that has been very successful in Venice. And Irma hasn't trained with me in over 6 or 7 months because last year she had a who?
Brain aneurysm.
A brain aneurysm, and she just came to me 3 days ago, last weekend, and said, "Listen, I want to start back training." The doctors gave me the okay, so we're waiting for Irma to come back. This is Mimi and Hassan. Mimi is the surfing champion from Japan, and this is Hassan, her fiance from South Central. Very close family, very good friends. This is Yuri. We see Yuri every day. We just walk to. I used to warm Yuri up before he's one of the top dancers in Venice Beach in the top dance troupe, and he came over the other day just to train with me. And he's back at it, and we're having a good time. This is Mario. Mario is one of the premier. I always say graffiti artists, but actually he's a mural artist, and he's done places like the Pizza Santino's and all these big time restaurants, and he's got just his workers all over Venice, and he's my sparring partner when it comes to pad work. Up here is way at the top. What's his name?
Oscar.
Oscar. Oscar has been in and out of prison his whole life. He's kind of a Venice, bad guy, but he's got the big muscles and the tattoos and the bandanas, and he's really cool with me. We're cool. It's like we're very good friends with the locals. We don't care what gangs they were in, what prison they've been to. We don't care. They're just still part of the community. As long as they train and try to change their diet and try to enhance their family, that's all the criteria we ask for. Under her is Monica. Monica is a grandmother. She looks about 27 years old. We've trained her daughter, 19, who's also on our website at the end, Arlena. And Arlena has a daughter. And all the kids come to the home gym and play with Janaka. And I train her, her mother, and her daughter. 3 generations. Over here is Deborah makes purses, and her sister's a glass artist who made this and gave it to us. So they are like dual artists, and they work together. They're constantly together. She's always been a part of the team. She's another person that lost 100 pounds. Not under my tutelage, but in general. That's Harry Perry, the icon of Venice. Harry and I go back 35 years. What happened is we was in the same martial arts class, and I just talked to him on the 15th, and he wants to make a documentary with me because he wants to, of course, continue training boxing. That's Jose up the top. Jose is a good friend of the family's. He works with us with a computer, his girlfriend, and he's just had a newborn baby. And he came over to the house at the baby shower and gave us a lot of things for the baby, and we really appreciate him. He's really been there for us, and he's a good friend. That's Nige, one of the first rappers in Venice that sold over 100,000 copies on the boardwalk in the last 2 or 3 years. And I've trained his cousin Devion, and whose father is Big West, and we're all family. That's the Senegal family with Psycho Sid. Here's Uba Uba. You're going to see a show on our website pretty soon. Uba Uba is from Trinidad, and he walks on glass. A great entertainer for Venice Beach. Over here is Tony. Tony has 3 other brothers, Jonathan, and I forget their name, and Arion, and we just talked to their mother and father last week and told them that whenever Chase Bank or any other corporate sponsors put us in pocket to do great things, this is definitely one of the families would help. They ride around on a skateboard with a bottle cooler selling juice, candy, whatever's sellable and marketable. So I love this family. They're a hard-working family, but they have no money, and that's why we train for free. Here's all my little African students I've trained. Over here is this is Ruby, and this is Carlos's fiance. Carlos is one of the premier. He takes spray paint like that over there, that picture over there, looking like come back. That it looks like a pyramid and a space age place. He's really phenomenal with it. He's really, really, really awesome. That's one of my students named Tip. I taught him when he was, since he's 40 something years old now. I've been teaching him on and off when I go back to Chicago for the last 30 years. That's Israel when he was 2 years old. A good friend of mine's son, who's from as well Trinidad. This is Tony the rapper. I haven't seen him in a while. He dropped out of sight. She went back to Miami. Her and her brother, their father, what's their father's name?
Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy. He's a dreadlock from Jamaica. That's his daughter. All right, here we are. My baby's crying, so I hope you can hear. Ivan is a very special person to our team. Ivan works for the United Nations, the embassy, and in Russia, and he travels the world. He just got back from Italy, believe it or not, and he was in Miami, and he said that he started sparring in Miami, and he got his butt kicked, so he took a training session with me. He said, please, man, help me get back in condition. So he just recently came. Now, this is Rico. Rico was a kickboxer. He's from, what part of? I'm not sure. Okay, I know he's not Mexican, but anyway, Rico. Rico used to work for Shorty, which is a good friend of mine for over 20-something years. And Shorty's kids have never, I got to tell him about that. This is Shorty in the background. He's been telling me his kids are going to train with me for the last 3 or 4 years and hasn't yet. But I don't see Rico no more. I really don't have a line on him. I got to either email or something. So sometimes our students, they come and go. They're from around the world. They come to Venice to work a while. Some of the locals stay. Some of the international students become locals. It's a living and breathing community. This is Brian. Brian is Korean American, and he's a computer whiz. I'm not trying to stereotype him because he's Asian, that he's a computer master, but he's a true computer wizard, and he was the first one that helped us. I had no knowledge of it. Download all of our music for our last 3 parties. So that's Brian the Korean. Here's Dave. Dave is trying out for UCLA team. They already gave him a spot, and I don't know. He came to train a couple weeks ago after a long time off because he was going to school and he was working with the Obama campaign. But now he's back. He's back training. He bought a friend of his, and he's from the Jewish nationality. This is Elena. Elena's a stunt woman here in Los Angeles. She's trying to break through in the industry. She's real strong. She's real beautiful. She's real powerful. Elena's came to all of our, when I talk about all of our parties, this is how Venice congregates. Because these people basically never see each other until we invite them into some type of happening. Because they're always working, like Eric, and he's selling his CDs in New Orleans, and the dance group is going back to the Caribbean, and so everybody's always moving and breathing. So our parties, as I'm gonna show you later in this tape, that they're very significant. They're the first time that all the Venice artists come together, and I'm telling you, we have a ball. All of our parties has been awesome. This is Aaron. Aaron teaches kids with autism, and he just traveled to Australia. He just traveled to Australia with some clients, and he's writing books and everything on autism. And I just got him ready for the San Diego Marathon, John. The Malibu Marathon, and he was so happy that he was so out of shape when he came to me. After 2 months, he ended up finishing. So I'm very proud of Bryant. Over here